A lot of people think that high IQ is the main driver of success. And sure, being smart helps. But if we look more closely at high achieving people, we find that emotional intelligence drives their performance. Emotionally strong people know how to work around common pitfalls like people pleasing, as they know that these can derail their success. Let's take a further look at a few other mistakes that these leaders avoid. There is no way anyone can lead and mourn at the same time. True leadership requires one to have their emotions under control. If you feel the need to complain, then you should try the 24-hour rule. That is, when life doesn't seem fair, indulge in 24 hours of self-pity. You can complain, mop, drive your wife or inner circle nuts, but after then you should move on. Because there is nothing worse than being in the company of a perpetual complainer. Their complaints sometimes spread like a virus on a sneeze, infecting those around them. Do you know what else is contagious? That's optimism and resilience. It takes emotional strength to build immunity against grumbling. And you need true leadership to instill these emotions in the rest of an organization. Some people don't like to see motivated people achieve. That's why they try to lure you into something else when, for example, they know that you have a 9 a.m. presentation or make comments about your self-imposed workload or temper your positive outlook with their negative energy. Every time you give in to them, you relinquish a bit of your power. If you keep letting them get to you, they will drain you entirely. This is probably the hardest lesson to learn. Not many would like to cut their toxic friends off or distance themselves from their colleagues. But as much as healthy relationships nurture dreams, unhealthy ones inhibit them. You might have to quit some friends, but you'll soon find like-minded companions to take their place. So many people waste their energy worrying about things they cannot control. Lost luggage, long lines, other people's actions, and so on. Will Bowen is an author and minister who founded the Complaint-Free World movement. His organization has donated more than 11 million purple bracelets in 106 countries. He did this to remind people to silence their complaints and spin that negative energy into something positive and productive. Complaining is just like bad breath. You notice it when it comes out of somebody else's mouth, but not when it comes out of your own. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Good, strong leaders are self-reflective people. They set aside a portion of each evening to reflect on their activities during the day. This exercise is not about dwelling on errors or longing for do-overs, but rather, it's a way to take notice of what went well and figuring out how to replicate that success. And similarly analyzing what didn't go right and how to prevent similar errors in the future. Leaders are truth seekers and they recognize that honesty begins within. The more I study people and organizations, the more I realize that intellectual intelligence takes you only so far. In fact, the higher up you go, the less your skills and intellect will carry you, and the more your success will depend on mental strength. The greatest leaders are self-aware, self-managing, stress-tolerant, and possess an emotional elasticity that enables them to survive under circumstances that deflate most of their peers.